ahead and bring up this gentleman. So this is the reason why I got started this business. This gentleman actually brought me on board 6 years ago and is a CEO. And what's crazy is that 6 years ago, he was only a senior marketing director, and literally 6 years later, he's a CEO, right? Producing individuals that are making six figures. So he's not only just somebody that makes great money, but he also knows how to build and train and develop other people to do the same, right? That's why we get in this business. Independently, he can literally stop doing appointments and his income will still continue to go up, right? So this is a gentleman you want to play close attention to, okay? Take a lot of notes, okay? So I give it up to CEO Nick Lancaster.
We're supposed to all say it synchronized, Robert. I know you want to say it fast, but we'll say it together.
I'll wait for everybody.
Yeah, you kind of throw it off a little bit. Big base shot.
Fired up.
Always. You guys know what a big base shop is?
Yes. Not peanuts.
You guys know what it's supposed to look like?
I don't know.
All right. First of all, good morning. How's everybody doing? All right. Excited, right? Pumped up, fired up, super excited. Never take a back seat to your business, you guys. Sitting up at the front and looking back, and I see teammates that are in the back row. I'm like, I would never be in the back row. Like, that means you're taking this thing casual. It means it's not important. It means you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Pretend this is like a sporting event and you were and you were racing to get into the stadium. Would you run into the stadium and run up to the nosebleeds, or would you go want to sit courtside? Courtside seating, man. Right? You might have to bring an umbrella, right? We get intense and spit starts flying off and shoot, man, I wanted to get all that stuff, I wanted to get all that. I want to cover something just really quick. There's a certain way that we do things, and standards that we have, and we want to make sure that we maintain that. And part of it is I know there's a lot of people outside during the BPM. I'm not sure exactly what was going on, if there was a party out there, but we're in the business in here. We're in Mozone in here, and so we have to hold a high standard and make sure that we're running the system the way it's supposed to be done. I know like 8 people all had to go to the bathroom at the same time, and it took them 10-15 minutes to do or whatever. But we got to do a better job of making sure that we police these things, because imagine if we all had to go to the bathroom all at the same time, we wouldn't even have a Mozone. You know what I mean? Imagine that, right? And so I'm fired up to be here, you guys, and to speak to you guys. I do want to mention one other thing too, is that we have a Lead Academy today. Woo! If anyone's excited about that. Yeah! And it's a big freaking deal. It's how you get your business to the next level. We call the inner circle in the past, and all the SMDs, whether the SMDs in Riverside as well as us here in Norco, have all gone through this course and have graduated, and so we're having our class 1 today, and so I'm pretty excited to be a part of that. I do want to share some things with you guys really quick. I know last Tuesday we talked about passive management versus active money management. You guys remember that?
Yes.
Okay. It's funny, everyone's like, mood got all down. All the people that were outside are all like, giving me dirty looks. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
That's right, I think.
I don't even override you, so it doesn't matter. It really doesn't even matter. Passive money management versus active money management. Did you guys learn something from that?
Yes.
Okay. And we talked about it. I think Josh is able to do it with this Series 65, and I can do it. And anything outside of insurance products, it's a great way. So if you guys, does anyone want to maybe just raise their hand and because I always like getting kind of feedback on kind of what I went over to see that we're retaining the information. But what would be your best way to describe passive management versus active money management? Go ahead, man.
Passive management.
Stand up.
from the training, I wasn't here, but I was on Zoom.
Okay.
But for passive management, it's every 3 months they'll look into it. They'll manage your account and really try and move it around and help you out.
Yeah.
But active management, every day they're going to look at that thing and make sure you're not losing money. So when the
Okay.
market goes up, you get all the gains, and then when it goes down, you take minimal losses.
Perfect. Well said, right? Whoa, look at that. It wasn't even here. I think this guy's determined to kind of learn and get good. And I mean, some of you guys that know who he is, right? Is he a student of the business?
Yes.
Is he always trying to get better?
Yes.
Learn, hungry, right? Man, take notes on that. Success leaves clues. So you got to be hungry like that. So exactly right. Exactly right. And guess what? TransAlva as a platform, I was telling you guys too, that you can set someone up on that account as low as $10 a month.
Let's do it.
As low as $10 a month. So if you're in Riverside, get with Josh Williamson, right? Get with Josh Williamson. He can get you set up on that. It's as simple as an email, right, with a link, and you can set it up, or you can sit with Josh if he's down, he's down here, whatever the case may be, and he can actually start a profile, send you the link. You could download the app, and then you could, sync, whatever bank they, it literally it's so simple. You go on there and it's got Bank of America or Chase or whatever or other, and then you search your bank. You can link your bank account and start investing money in there the same way you do like through your other accounts or whatever. Like if you have it synced with like an E-Trade account, or I heard other people say like Stash, or whatever these little investment apps are. Well, now you have one with WFG. If you're in Norco, let me know. You can put your email on the WeChat, and I'll send you the link. You don't even have to do it right now. Just set it up, and then when you got money in there, start saving some money. Anytime you get a chance to put some money over there, do it. We can set it up as like a mutual fund, like an individual account. You can set it up as a Roth IRA if you want. It could be a lump sum, just one time. It could be $10 a month. It could be $10 one time. And then, hey, I need to wait 3 more months. I'll put another $10 in. Whatever the case may be, as long as you're saving money. Because sometimes, if you already have an IUL, you already have a term, you have an Everest, or whatever the case may be, but what about some cash on hand? What about some cash that's going to grow that you have access to? Because we all know, oh, you have access to IUL. Yeah, but it's designed for long-term stuff. Well, what about your short-term, mid-term accounts? So we talked about that. So I want to share that with you guys and open up the door for you, because if you're not saving money, then how credible is the advice that you're giving your clients? Think about it, right? Think about that. So you're in the business of making and saving money, right? And you're in the business of making and saving money for your clients too. So make sure you're practicing what you preach, and that is another avenue. Now, I want to share something with you guys, because we talked about that, but now let's talk about our main flagship product really, really quick. IUL, right? Indexed. You guys know what IUL stands for?
Yes.
Does anybody not know what IUL stands for? Everybody knows, right? It's Indexed Universal Life. Okay, Indexed Universal Life. It's one of our flagship products. We have, I have articles and even things in my KTP presentation that we have on our team. Articles that support why this is a great product, the tax codes, all that stuff. But I want to share with you guys, every time I train, I try to give you like a napkin presentation, something small that you could use that can help you, in the field. And for a lot of you that have been on KTPs with me, you've seen me use this, okay? So let me give you this example. So you have the stock market, okay? So write this out just the same way that I had it, right? So you have the stock market, and let me explain to you why indexing is so powerful. So you have the stock market, right? And let's say year one, you put $100,000 into the stock market, okay? And in that year, it goes up 50%. How much money do you have? 150,000, right? Year two, you got that 150, right? There's 150,000 in there. And all it does is go back down 50%. How much you got now? 75. Now most of your clients are going to say 100, right? Because they're like, well, it just went up 50 and it went down 50. I'm back even. But it's half of 150 in year two, so it goes to 75,000. So that's a 2-year return of what? Negative 25%. That's the risk you take in the stock market. You guys with me?
Yes.
So I'm explaining index. When I'm doing this, I'm explaining index, why it's so powerful. So look at indexing like a flight of stairs. Right? You guys with me?
Yes.
Here's your money. The market goes up, right? Your money goes up with it. Market goes down, you stay where you're at. And if you're doing like a Transamerica FFIUL, you go, not only does it stay where you're at, but you're going to have a minimum gain of 0.75 and then up to 15%. And I start drawing it out. Hey, it's got a 25-year average, 25-year average here of 8.74%, by the way. Boom. And I usually tell, like in general, 7 to 9%. 7 to 9% is realistically what you're going to get long term. Okay? But no market, so it locks in all the gains. Here, you grew money. And you'll even have people go, well, when it goes to 150, what if I pulled my pulled my 50 grand out? Well, how many people are watching the stock market, every year, and then if it gains, are they taking the gains out? No, because they're thinking, well, what if it goes up like that again the next year? So you invest you take the risk on the whole amount, even what you gained. In this scenario, the money that's gained, when you lose, if the market goes down, those gains are locked in, and then you still continue to grow new money at 0.75 when the market's down. And all the money that you put in before, any gains that you accrued, are all locked in. So that's the power of indexing, okay? And now, me being securities, I'll just be completely honest with you. If someone wants variable, I can sell them on why variable is better. If someone wants index, I can sell them why index is better. You guys with me?
Yes.
Right? Because you gotta know how to do that. You gotta know how to do that stuff. But if we're life licensed, this is a great way to explain that, hey, in your 401k or your IRA, this is what can happen. Just because the market goes up doesn't mean that you gained money, doesn't mean that money isn't at risk, because in this example, the money you gained is still 100% at risk. And you could lose everything that you had already gained. You could still go backwards. Or an index, you can never go backwards. Good?
Yes.
Is this helpful?
Yes.
It's a pretty easy tool, right? I mean, some of you guys that have been on KTPs with me, I have my iPad, right? I have my iPad. I have a IUL packet, right? And I have a folder. So I keep it all in a folder. I have my folder with my little yellow pad, right? My little yellow. It's called a yellow pad. Mine's a white pad, is what I use, but. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I think it's called like a yellow pad or whatever. So I have a legal pad, or it's not even illegal, it's a letter size. But anyway, you guys get it, right? Yeah. Getting technical. But so it's a notepad. So I have a notepad in there, a little folder with a notepad. It's got a little thing for, business cards, got a little, all right, it's inside. All right, so I have the notepad in there, and then I have my iPad in there, and then I have an IUL kit, right? Sales kit with application. And that's how I walk into a KTP. And then I go through my KTP on my tablet, and then the only real stuff that I use the notepad for is like this, and then gathering info, date of birth, 5 circles, gathering info, how much debt, life insurance cut, blah 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 blah. You guys with me?
Yes.
And then I can submit I can submit Firelight annuities online. I can do pretty much everything online. Why do I have the sales kit then? Well, because conditional receipt, the disclosures, the client brochure, hard copy of the brochure, et cetera, et cetera. You guys with me?
Yes.
You guys are becoming trainers. This is just stuff that I think I talked last week about having a binder, right? How many guys put together a binder? How many of you guys put together a binder, right? If you haven't, I'll remind you. If you have not put together a binder, you need to put together a binder, okay? Put together a binder. Has your business plan, right? Has, your team goals, accountability and stuff. You got your, you draw out your team. I got my affirmations, right? I went over this last week, right?
Yes.
You got your daily kind of focus, my base shop focus, and then I have my prospect list. All my prospect lists, or at least, majority of them, and then just, little reminders. You can put your vision board in here. I have my first check, $27.80. I got little like, put your scripts in here, right? Your help me scripts and objection scripts and stuff like that in there too. Anything and everything that's important to you, that's gonna help you run your business and keep you focused. You should have a binder for that and carry this binder everywhere you go. How many of you guys have your prospect list with you right now? Like if we said phone zone, you could pull out your prospect list right now and start making calls. Or wait, oh, well, yeah, I have some numbers on my phone, right? So anyway, so cool. Make sure you're on top of that stuff because it's easier to track than do everything through your phone. So let's talk about what we're going to cover today. We want to, every single time that we do training or that I'm meeting with someone, it's to get you better, right? Yes. Every single time, it's to get better. Mm-hmm. So we're going to continue based on what we covered on Tuesday. How many of you guys got a lot out of Tuesday?
Yeah. Yes.
What exactly did you get out of Tuesday? Like, what did it help you with?
Getting better at the scripts.
Better at the scripts? Pretty much the scripts, right? For the most part, it was the scripts. Okay. Let's see how much better you got. Let's see how much better you got, okay? Anyone want to volunteer, stand up and invite me? Who's ready? You want me to call some people out? Okay, Rosario, go ahead and stand up for me. So go ahead, invite me.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, Nick. This
Yeah.
is Rosario. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great too. How's your family?
Family's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I don't know if you know, but I just got started with a financial firm.
Okay.
I'm in training. I'm excited, and I need your help. Will you help me out?
You'll help me out, won't you? Right? You'll help me out, won't you?
You'll help me out, won't
same
you?
thing, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do I gotta do? Or what's the deal?
I just need about 45 minutes of your undivided attention. Sit down with you, show you what I'm doing,
Okay.
and if you like what you see, you can possibly refer me to some people that might need what I'm doing.
Okay, so you're gonna come to the house or?
Yes, I will come over to your house. Are you available on the weekdays or weekends?
Yeah, I could do the weekdays, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
you prefer morning or afternoon?
Well, I work during the day, so probably, can you guys do later in the day?
How about 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock on Tuesday on Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, I could do 7 on Wednesday.
Okay, sounds good. 7 o'clock on Wednesday. And are you still at this address?
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you just before I get off the phone to have your wife with you
Okay.
because my training appointment is better when both of you are there. Is that good?
All right. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
So then I'll
make
see
sure
you
Make sure you mention when you're saying, hey, you want to do 45 minutes. Tell them, hey, I want you to meet my trainer, the guy who's training me. Mention the trainer. Therefore, I'm not just expecting you, and then all of a sudden, some salesy guy comes in.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay,
All
sounds
right.
good. All right.
How'd you do?
Good.
Good stuff? Yeah. We'll read it one more time too. Hold this up. Sorry, guys. Enter the code.
8938.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, you're verifying me? This is my stuff, man. Didn't know it was a secret. Okay, cool. Good? Okay, so that was a KTP script. That was the KTP, okay? Let's do so same thing here, but let's do the invite. So you're gonna invite me to BPM. Zach, invite me. Stand up, invite me.
Ring.
Hello?
Hi, this is Nick.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Nick. I met you the other day, and
No, you know me.
oh, I know you.
Yeah, this one right here.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No pressure. No pressure. We're supposed to have learned from last week to this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Get ready, because you're next. Okay, go. Invite me.
Hey Nick, how you doing?
Hey, who's this?
This is Zach Lancaster from high school.
Zach, what's going on, man?
Hey man, I actually just got started with a financial firm, and I'm excited. I'm in training, and I need your help. Will you help me?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't talked in a while, man. What's going on?
So,
I haven't seen you in a while. You said from high school, right? I mean, I remember you and everything, but
yeah, it's
you're asking me for help. Improvise, man, improvise. Let's go. We're on the phone. All right, let's try it again. Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey Nick, this is Zach. How are you doing today?
Hey, good. Pretend we know each other better than an old friend from high school.
Okay.
Pretend we know each other. Pretend we talk. Hey, what's going on, Zach? How you been, man?
Been great, yourself?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. How's everything? Are you still
Uh,
skateboarding?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool, man. What's new?
And I
What's going
actually
on?
just got started with the financial firm. I'm new,
Oh,
I'm
really?
excited, and I need your help. You'll help me, won't you?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, so I value your opinion, and I was wondering if you could come down to my office and see what I do, and if you like what I'm doing, possibly give me some referrals.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. So our meeting is on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Our dress code is business, no jeans, no.
Tuesday's not gonna work for me, man.
Oh, okay. We also have another one on Saturday in the morning at 10 a.m. Would that work for you?
Yeah, I mean, typically Saturdays are like my days with my kids.
Okay. Well, I could set up a one-on-one appointment with my CEO, Nick Lancaster. He's a really good dude. He actually helped me and my family get started and took care of everybody.
Okay.
So we can set
Yeah,
up.
that'd probably be better.
Awesome. So how does your day look tomorrow?
Tomorrow's pretty busy, actually.
Okay. How about Thursday or Friday?
There you go. Alternative choice. Now we're talking, okay. Friday's probably better.
Would evening or the daytime work better for you?
Daytime.
Okay. 9 a.m. or would noon be better?
Can we do 10?
Yeah, I could set that up.
Okay.
Look forward to seeing you again.
All right, where am I going, or what are we doing?
We're in our office in Norco. I'll text you all the information.
Do you have a pen? Let me give you the address.
Okay.
Okay? You have a pen? Let me give you the address. Okay? You got to go old school, you guys. I know everyone wants to just text, but then they didn't get the text or whatever. So always get the commitment. Okay. So you got the address. Boom. Okay, cool. So I'm meeting. All right. So I'll see. So actually, you're gonna tell me, right? So all right. So I got the address.
Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bring a pen and some paper to write on.
Friday
Friday.
at 10. Right. So you reconfirm. So you re-summarize it, right? You guys are with me, right?
Yes.
'Cause I said tomorrow wasn't gonna work. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so stay on point. Remember, you got to use you got to use your head, right? So remember, you said tomorrow I was too busy. You said Thursday or Friday. I said Friday. You said 9 or noon. I said 10. So now you have to say Friday. All right. So hey, I look forward to seeing you Friday at 10, and you meeting with my CEO Nick. All right. And then anything else?
All right.
What else would you say? What else would you say, you guys? I'm being super hard on him, though, right?
Yep.
Being super hard on him, right? Hey, but he can take it, though. You can take it, though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, perfect.
That's right.
But what else should he say right now to close it down? What else?
Call
What do you say?
reconfirm. I'll call you back to reconfirm.
Yep. I'm gonna call. I'll call you to I'll call you on Thursday just to confirm. If anything changes, let me know. right? Because our time, you know, my CEO's time is very valuable. Okay? Good, right?
Yeah.
No matter if you're, you know, you're setting up with a training associate, doesn't matter. Time is valuable. People flake, you got to get the commitment. All right, see you Friday at 10 a.m. Hey, I'll confirm with you on Thursday, and if anything changes in the meantime, you make sure you call me because our time is very valuable. I don't want to waste, we don't want to waste your time. I definitely don't want to waste mine. Right?
Right.
Close it down. Give them a hand. Here's the deal. You got to go through this thing over and over again. If you're a little rusty, you're a little mechanical, you got to say it over and over again. This is when you learn. This is when you learn. You learn more on this than you learn even actually making your own calls. Right? Because everyone around you knows what you're supposed to say.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Or we had the script up here and everyone's like, you didn't say that word. You missed the spot, right? Your toughest critics are going to be the person sitting to your right or to your left. Until we stand them up and then they do the same thing, right? So don't worry about it. Don't feel bad about it. Just keep getting better, right? Right? What do you hear? Don't get bitter, get better, right?
Right.
Even if you feel like, oh man, I didn't do this. All right, well, right? Repetition is the mother of all learning, right? You got to get better. You got to keep growing. Okay. Couple things I just want to point out, and I didn't, wanted you just to get through it. But if you noticed, you said, hey, we have a meeting. I don't use the word meeting. Stay away from the word meeting. Stay away from the word upline. Stay away from the word leader. If you look at the script, it says, what do you got going on Tuesday night up front?
Yeah.
And then if you are inviting to the BPM, you have to use alternative of choice. Let me tell you guys how I do it, and you can use your variation. If you want to invite to BPM, you can do the, hey, Tuesday or Saturday, we're holding a corporate overview. I stick right to the BFS. It's a corporate overview.
Yep.
People use a hiring event. If you're calling resumes, sometimes a hiring event or open house. People, want to come and attend an open house. I just like corporate overview. It's just it sounds official. It sounds professional. And then I might even explain a little bit too about the overview. Hey, you're going to get a chance to meet some of our other agents and brokers. We're going to cover who we are, what we do, the different positions, the benefits, stock options, etc. Write that down. People go, benefits, stock. Yeah, you got to make it sound corporate. Not once did I say job. Not once did I say hiring, right? Because we're independent contractors. We can't say hiring, right? And you can't say job because you're kind of misleading people. But you can say, what are some of the benefits of working in WFG? Controlling your own time. Well, that's not a benefit in there. Well, that's a benefit of mine. Should be a benefit to most people, right? What about the trips? What about the Super Bowl rings? These are all benefits, you guys. So people pay benefits. And then stock options. You get stock options with Aegon and Transamerica. So people like hearing that, especially if they're looking for a career. They like hearing positions, right? Because they relate it to a job. Right, we have different positions here, you guys?
Yep.
Yeah. We have a training associate position, we have an associate position, we have a marketing director position, right? You guys with me?
Yes.
So use the Tuesday up front if you're going to invite the Tuesday. If they're busy Tuesday, then I go into an alternative choice. And this is the way that I start, is I just say, hey, what's your schedule like the next day or two? Do you work mornings or nights? Or do you work days or nights? And then I play find the open time. That's what I do. I play my own game with them, which is I'm gonna find free time in your schedule, and then I'm gonna book it. So all you do is ask a series of questions. So let me kind of go over it with you guys. So I say, hey, all right, great. You know what? It sounds like you'd be a good fit for us. Again, I don't know if you qualify, but what's your schedule like the next day or two? Do you work days or do you work nights? So just throw out an answer.
Days.
You work days. So evenings are better than, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Would you like to do, and then you go right into Wednesday or Thursday evening. Okay, Thursday. Okay, you want to do 6 or 8? 8. And then throw in is 6 good or is 8 better? Right? Would you like to do 6 or is 8 better? So, but you're constantly one or the other, right? If I'm just saying, hey, who wants to buy this, hey, will you buy this pen? Someone might say no. But if I say, hey, would you rather buy the blue pen or the green pen? Now you have to, now either way, you're buying a freaking pen. It's just a matter of which one you're buying. Does that make sense? So, you know, if you just say, are you free this day? Especially when we're role playing. I love getting people on that. If we're role playing and it's like, hey, can you meet tomorrow? Nope. Well, then can you, and people will keep going, right? Oh, well, can you meet Friday? No, I'm actually busy Friday too. Right? So in your head, when you leave it open, I want you to write this down. Next week, next month, next year, never. That fires off in my head. The second I think that I made a mistake on, I'm booking an appointment, right, with Ivan, like, as soon as I say, hey, what's your schedule like? I have to say the next day or two. Do you work days or nights? If I just say, what's your schedule like? Right? Busy. Next week, not available till next week, next month, next year, never. Right? So in your head, that should trigger that, right? Hey, are you free this day? Or hey, when are you free? When are you free is what? Yeah. Next week, next month, next year, never. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You got to be on top of that stuff because time is the biggest objection. Yeah. Time is going to be your biggest objection, you guys. Think about it. Like, I mean, and trust me, I push the envelope on this stuff sometimes, right? With teammates more than prospects. But, you know, it's like someone's always got to pick up somebody from the airport, right? You know, or whatever the case may be. And it's so hard to call their bluff and go, do you really though? You know what I mean? But think about it. Anyone could weasel their way out of an appointment with time. Like, oh, I got to go pick up, I got to go drop off some videotapes or whatever. You know? You don't know what I'm talking about? Name the movie. Name the movie. Anyone? 3, 2, 1. What? No one knows that? Man, you guys are missing out on like one of the best movies ever made. It's called American Psycho. Remember? Anytime he was in a pickle, he's like, I gotta go return some videotapes. Anyway, okay. Christian Bale, I think he won awards and stuff. Anyway. Okay, so, but does that make sense, you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta be on top of this stuff because if not, you're gonna fall subject to people giving you the runaround. I had a really good conversation yesterday with Anthony, right?
Yeah.
What a great, you mind if I share it or no?
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to put someone on the spot, but so we were going through, dissecting stuff like, hey, you're getting numbers, let's go over the calls, like let's role play the call. Guys, what we're gonna cover right now, the phone call is one of the most important things. So anyone can get a number. You could pick up a number, you could pick up a business card off the ground and call them and invite them. But it's, so anyone can get a number, right?
Yes.
We can all get numbers.
Yes.
You can look in the phone book and grab a phone number and make a call to the business. But how you make that call and your ability to get good at those skills is whether or not someone's going to come down. And yes, I get it. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, right? You can't say the wrong thing. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, but you can say the wrong thing to the right person sometimes.
Yep.
Right? So that's why words are important. Okay? That's why words are important. And that kind of goes both ways too. Sometimes you can say the wrong thing to the right person and they'll still join. You could say leader and upline and meeting and then they're like, sign me up, and you're like, what? Some people will be like, I've been looking for WFG my whole life. But so yeah. Right?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, yeah, so talking about this. So I'm like, invite me. Just prospect, invite me, right? So I go on, so he starts inviting me, and here's an objection that comes up. How do you guys go prospecting? Okay? Do you ever call someone and they say, I'm not interested anymore?
Yep.
Yeah.
You get that a lot?
Yep.
Okay. Let me tell you what not interested really means. 2 things. 1, they don't have enough information to even say whether or not they're interested or not. So they need more information. Really, think about it, right? They need more information. 2 is they don't think that they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They need more information because they don't know what they're saying they're not interested to. right? Oh, I thought about it. I mean, it's so funny. You prospect someone, you say very little about it, you have a great conversation, they keep their options open, and then they say, yeah, you know what, I was thinking about it. Like, thinking about what? Thinking about whether you're still open to making more money or not, or thinking about what it is that you know nothing about. That makes sense, you guys? It's mental warfare, right? It's a mental battle, and you got to be certain, and you got to know the right words. So anyway, so I'm going through this with Anthony, and like, yeah, you know what? I'm not interested. You know, he says that he gets a lot of, I'm not interested anymore, or I got a promotion, or something along those lines.
Started a new job.
I started a new job, right? Oh, I just started a new job, and I'm good. But 3 days ago, it was like, boom, you connect with them, and they're open, right? Yeah, oh, call me, yeah, all this stuff, right? And then 3 days later, oh, I already got a new job. Oh, I just started a new position with my company, I'm good. You guys get that?
Yep.
Or I'm not interested anymore. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay? And so I found something right away that Anthony was saying that wasn't getting the result that you want. Wasn't getting the result that he wants to get. So he goes, well, then maybe is it a timing thing? Is what he was saying. He goes, well, maybe it's is it a timing? So basically what you're saying is that it's a timing thing. And I'm like, all right, out of all the people that you've said is it a timing thing to, have you booked any appointments after you say that? And he goes, no, I haven't. And I go, then stop saying. Right? Because usually, right, and the response that I was almost expecting after he said that, let's say I'm inviting him, and he goes, you know what, no, and I say, hey, it's a timing thing, then I'm almost expecting, the inviter to say, okay, so, let's say you go, yeah, it's probably a timing thing. Then maybe even that response would be like, okay, then, and this is what I would probably expect to hear from an agent saying that after they respond. Yeah, it's probably timing. Yeah, I'm not ready, or I'm not interested right now. Would be what? It'd be like, oh, let me follow. Mind if I follow up with you or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So typically, that's not going to get them to your office right then and there, right? So you have to understand that there's things that are working and things that aren't working. And we can go through all the scripts every single day, all night, and one script will work for someone and might not work for another. And that's why repetition is so important. That's why going through, going through the calls, getting the experience to understand people and try to read people is so important. You guys agree?
Yes.
So we went on and we started going, we got to the part-time thing, which is where you want to get to right away with that. Someone said, oh, I thought about it, not interested. And I told them two things. I said, one is you got to go hone back to when you guys met. You always go back to the conversation you had when you met. So let's say, I prospect Anthony, I call Anthony, and Anthony goes, yeah, you know what, I just took a new position with the company, so I'm not interested anymore. And so I'm going to go back to that conversation when we met. I'm going to say, oh, okay, man, that's that's great. I might even ask about it. I go, okay, is that more of a career, or is it just kind of a job? I might dabble in that, just kind of see whatever. I know already though that they're going to defend it. No matter what it is, they're going to defend it because they're really just using it as a way to say, I'm out. I don't want to be a part of whatever you're doing. Okay, but I'm going to go back to that conversation. I'm going to get them to confirm that they're not open, that they're not interested, and then I'm going to do the part-time, and then it's yay or nay, and then it's next. That makes sense? I mean, that's all you really can do.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to go back to that conversation and say, hey, you know what? Hey, that's great. You got a new position. I know when we met, you said that, you were still working with that company and stuff, but that you kept your options open and you were looking for additional income. Or when we met, you said whatever it was, right? You have these conversations. People tell you why they're giving you the number, don't they?
Yep.
You got to go back to that, because once you get away from that, now it's just them trying to blow you off. You go right back to that. Hey, you know what? I know when we talked, you said you didn't, that you were looking for something else. I know when we talked, you were dissatisfied where you were at. I know when we talked, you were whatever it was. You go back to that. Oh, I know, but yeah, they offered me this. I go, great. You know what? We work a lot of agents that start part-time. Our average part-time agent makes $4,200 a month. Get clear on your numbers too. In the presentation, one client a week pays you $4,200 a month. You guys realize that, right? Even as I say that, I'm like, you guys should all be making $4,200 a month. But I tell everyone else that everyone's making $4,200 a month because you should be doing a client a week anyways. Right? Think about it. Okay? Good?
Yes.
Does that make sense though?
Yes.
We're trying to go through this stuff so you understand like what you're gonna come across and how it's gonna go about. Okay, so all right, so do we got everything from Tuesday night down? I mean, can we still work on that?
Yes.
Work on it some more. Keep going through it. Get good at this stuff. Go, you guys should be challenging each other, calling each other. Right? Midnight Inviters Club. Midnight Inviters Club. Right? You guys want to start up a Midnight Inviters Club?
Yes.
At midnight, you're going to get a phone call from me. Invite me.
Okay.
If you blow it, you better have your scripts ready, and then I'm gonna call you back in 10 minutes.
Got it.
Think about it. If you don't do that stuff, you ain't gonna get good. If you don't get good, you ain't gonna get results. You don't get results, you're not gonna make money. All right, you're not gonna help people. You're not gonna build your team, etc., etc. Good?
Yes.
All right.
Nick, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I told the lady next door. She's busy and she had plans to go do like some work in LA, but I told her we have
Uh-huh.
Saturday and Tuesday. What do you prefer? She's like, I'm gonna try to cancel my appointments to make it, but I gave her the options, so she didn't feel like, oh, I can only make it this time, because people have busy schedules, so I felt kind of like comfortable, like being able to choose.
Absolutely. Okay. We're gonna go through some objections here. I'm gonna go through some objections. I'm gonna read some of these, okay? Let's just read them off. And then we're gonna go into groups again. Out of the groups of two, we're gonna go into like little teams. We're gonna go into teams, okay? Let's go over, can you tell me over the phone? All right, so I want you guys to read that real quick. This first one, can you just tell me about it over the phone?
There are some things you need to see visually for it to make sense, and obviously you can't do that over the phone, right? So
Okay, leave the appointment out. But you're gonna go through what's your schedule like the next day or two. Do you work days or do you work nights? Okay, you work nights, so days better, get the confirmation. Yeah, days are better. Okay, great. What day you wanna do? You wanna do Wednesday or Thursday better, et cetera, right? You follow that whole thing. Okay, so can you tell me more? Can you tell me over the phone? There's some things you need to see visually for it to make sense. Obviously, we can't do it over the phone, right? Well, yeah, I guess so. Great. When can we get together? Do you work days or do you work nights? Let's get together during the day. Okay, great. All right. Okay. What do you do? What kind of company is it? What is it?
Thanks for asking. I'm just explaining all the financial you, but basically we show families how to make and save money. Everyone wants to do that, right?
I'm gonna give you a couple things. This is what's called an elevator pitch. Okay, so if you notice, basically what we do, so they're keeping it simple, short and sweet and simple. Okay, so basically what we do, we show families how to make and save money. So write that down. Basically what we do is we show families how to make and save money. Pretty simple, right? Okay, basically what we do is we show families how to make and save money. But did you notice how they framed it right here? Thanks for asking. I'd love to explain it all to you, but I'm brand new. That's even more of a reason for us to meet, but basically what we do, right? So hey, that's even more of a reason hey, great question. You know what? I'm still fairly new, but basically what we do is we show families how to make and save more money. Everyone wants to do that, right? Well, yeah, I guess so. Great, when can we get to that? Right? You guys familiar with, are you familiar with the script that says, are you familiar with Merrill Lynch, Dean Witter, Charles Schwab?
Yes.
Does everyone know that?
Yes.
Does anyone not know that? Who does not know that one? Ramon, don't raise your hand, please. Please don't raise. Please. Please don't raise your hand, Ramon. I saw your hand creeping up. I'm like, no. Where's my BFF? Okay, well, we'll go back. But, okay. Are you familiar with Merrill Lynch, Dean Witter, Charles Schwab? We're in the same industry as they are. The primary difference is the people we serve. They talk primarily to upper income families, where we serve all families, especially middle income, where the help is most needed. Wouldn't you agree? You're great. Hey, I think it makes sense for us to get together. What's your schedule? Blah, 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 blah. You guys got that one, right? Does anyone not know that? You want me to repeat it? Okay, I'll repeat it anyways. Are you familiar with Merrill Lynch, Dean Witter, or Charles Schwab? You guys can say it out with me too. We're in the same industry as they are. The primary difference is in the people we serve. They talk primarily to upper income families, where we serve all families, especially middle income, where the help is most needed. Don't you agree? Great. Let's set up time to get together. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? Another one. We show families how to retire earlier and pay less in taxes. That's another elevator pitch. So think about it. Why is it called an elevator pitch? Because if someone asks you in an elevator, how much time do you have?
Not a lot. Very
10
little.
seconds? So hey, basically what we do is we show families like yours how to retire earlier and pay less in taxes. I'd love to set up a time to get together with you and show you. Right?
Right.
You guys with me?
Yes.
Okay. I have another script. It's a little bit longer. When it comes to that, it's more of a recruiting type script. We're in the financial industry. It's very lucrative. Right? So here's just a couple bullet points. We're in the financial industry. Number one, right? So this is just a couple bullet points. This is a good one, especially if you got someone in a good market and you're talking to a lawyer or something. You're not just going to say, oh, we should be able to make and save money. They're like, give me details, man. Give me a little bit more. Sound a little bit more sophisticated, right? So we say, hey, lucrative, right? So the financial industry is very lucrative. I actually looked up lucrative. You know what it means?
Profitable.
What's that?
Profitable.
Profitable, ability to make a lot of money, right? So very lucrative, okay? We have a world-class training program. Agents are able to start part-time. So these are all bullet points, right? Financial industry, very lucrative, world-class training. Agents can start part-time. The last one is someone like you could do really well with us. A guy like you could do some big things with us. And then now, when can we meet? Blah, blah, blah. That's another one that you can use. You guys with me? That's not hard to do, right?
Nope.
At financial industry, right? Read it back to me.
We're in
The financial industry is very lucrative. World-class training program. Agents can start part-time.
Guy like
you could do some big things with us. Boom. And tailor it to them. If you know they're a CPA, hey, you know what? People from the accounting backgrounds kill it in our company. Right? They're the military. Man, you've been a military guy. Guys like you that come from the military kill it in our business. When can we get together? Right? We got that one. What do you do? What kind of company is it? What is it? We covered a few different scripts, right?
Yep.
Simple stuff. Elevator pitch, right? Elevator stuff. You gotta be able to just give them short, right? Remember, curiosity is very, very important when you're inviting or setting up an appointment. You're not giving a presentation over the phone. You're doing an invitation, right? Yeah. Let me give you one more thing on here, just because I like kind of writing stuff. Just so you understand the psychology behind all of this. So write this out. When you prospect, the outcome is just to get the number. The outcome is get the number. I kind of even do a little bit of kind of like connecting, rapport, get to know them a little bit, but the main outcome is to get the number. You just want the number, okay? Then you invite. You invite or set up the appointment. What's the, right, so invite, exactly, right? The outcome is to what?
Book the appointment.
Book appointment or BPM, right? The outcome is to book the appointment when you make the call. So this is the invite call, invite or call. That's the outcome. 3 is to present. What's the outcome there? Client, agent, or recruiter, client, AMA or client. Don't mix up the 3. You see people, They prospect and they're already inviting them. Hey, so let's exchange numbers. Hey, so what are you doing Tuesday night? Why don't you just come up? You're doing too much. You get the number, then you call. Now, people sometimes make a mistake. They make the call and they start presenting. Oh, it's this, it's that, it's blah, blah, blah. No, you got to separate the three. Trust me, been doing this long enough. You start mixing these up, and it's, you're gonna lose someone. Yes.
Nick, what do you tell them when they tell you, can you email me information before we meet?
Do you have a website? That's usually a blow-off question. I'll call them out on it most of the time. I mean, unless I really feel that they really want to do it. I ask them where they work. Where do you work? Well, before you got started there, did you really go onto the website and do that? If I'm Coca-Cola, are you really do you need to know the recipe before you came to work at Coca-Cola?
You can't get the
Right? That makes sense. Right? But what I do is I send them to tfaconnect.com. Watch this. Yeah, they can actually do their own AMA. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you information first.
But if your security's license, you can't do that. TFA?
It's just a website. Just a website. Where's the settings at? Where do I go to settings here?
Swipe down from the upper right-hand corner.
Well, you can still send them to that website because you're not selling them a product. Not selling them a product. I take this off just to do it, but watch. Because everyone wants to go, everyone freezes when it's like they want you send them to a website, right? Or they want a website.
What about your WG Connect?
You do that one. I just like this one because then it's not WFG. Because someone who wants to do the website is usually someone who's Googling and researching and all that stuff. But look what pulls up. Live well, build wealth. And then it proceeds to go through, wealth and health, products to match your financial strategy, flexible entrepreneurial opportunity, become a TFA representative. That links them right to the AMA, the WFG website and the AMA for WFG. Some of this stuff, and you know what, and this is mine, but you could do the WFG one. You do the WFG one too. It'll have you could actually customize it where it'll have Eric Olson or Penny Hoy or whoever have a video on there or a message from them.
The WFG opportunity ones.
I think it's WFG Connect. I think is a newer one. I think because there's WFG Opportunity, but I think there's a newer one. It's WFG Connect. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Just like this with WFG Connect.
Yeah.
We could try it. Try it, WFG Connect. I don't know if I have one like that or not. WFG Connects. Let's see what comes up there.
No, it goes ahead. It has to be, you guys, if you guys haven't played with your campaign manager, go into your campaign manager and build your WFG Connect. Yeah.
Okay.
LOUIS
LOUIS.
BARLE2.
There you go.
Nice.
So you'll have yours with your name. And then this is kind of cool.
Get to choose your language and everything.
Why does it seem like no one wants to talk about dreams anymore? Is it the post 9/11?
This is right on the website. You could do this too.
Post-recession blues, or the posts on social media
I have
anyone with an
TFA, but yeah,
opinion
you could.
that have made the world so cynical these days? Are they obsolete? Out of style? Are they uncool? Do you still have dreams?
Right? So anyway, good?
Yes.
So I usually try to, say, you know what, in my experience, most people that just want a website are usually just not really interested. But if you really are going to research and, Tom Hopkins, in sales, they say, hey, so if you want to do your research, then that means that you're pretty interested then, right? They go, no, yeah, I'm very interested. I just want to get some more. Okay, cool. Then I'll send it to them. But usually, let's be real, you guys. If you've been inviting long enough and prospecting long enough, usually that's a blow off. Give me a website.
Yeah.
I got that when I was doing door to door. You got a business card? And I go, yeah, you know what? I can give you a business card, but you know what? I got several calls from the city of Corona, and they're water and sewage. The business cards are starting to back up the sewer lines and stuff. From everyone flushing my business card down the toilet. So, and they're like, oh. But if you're really interested, like, I'll give you my card. Otherwise, like, I don't want to waste the business card. But I would do like, I'd make a joke about something like that. They're calling me because my business card's getting flushed down the toilet and they're clogging up all the sewer lines.
They want some money.
But you guys get it? You guys get what we're trying to say, right? Like, don't just try to blow me off. If you're blowing me off, just tell me. I'm interested.
If they're out of state, I'll send them the website. I had someone sign up from the website in Chicago, but if they're local, you can just meet one-on-one and invite the BPM.
Okay, so what other objections? Let's go. Can you give me some more information over the phone? I appreciate your interest, but now's not the time to go into detail. I just got started. I'm new and I'm in training. It's best that you hear it from my trainer. We were talking Tuesday night at Raw, and you have to leverage your trainer a lot. We're talking about this with Joe. Then I was talking about this with Zach. This week, and it's like, I think we're talking about with Adriana, and she was like, I didn't have to know how to explain it all. I just said, you know what? You got to come see it. You got to come meet Nick. You got to come meet Elijah. You got to come meet Alex or Dee Dee or whoever Reggie, whoever your SMD is, Mike or Brenda or Miriam. You make them a big deal, and then let them be the professional one that can go into detail on stuff. That's a reason why you're meeting with them, is to go through the details. So when people say, can I give you more, or can you give me more information? Hey, I'd love to, but I'm brand new, and that's even more of a reason for us to meet. Okay? Would you sell it to buy anything? Okay, that's more of a client, but yeah, we want to understand all these, because what we're gonna do, you guys, is there any objections you're not clear on? Any objections you're not clear on?
Yes, we're ready.
Well, it's already new. Any objections you're not good on, or not good with? Does everyone feel pretty good about the objections? Yes.
I have a couple of them that they would tell me that they're not sure when they can meet with me, and I've known them for a long time, and I know they're trusting me, but I haven't crossed the path on to them, and a couple of them I met face to face because I wanted to get their reaction.
Okay, and what's the objection?
They said that they have a lot of stuff going on, and they still haven't decided on when they can meet with me. They do want to, but they can't. They haven't scheduled it. I say, hey, can you call me like next Monday, or next Tuesday?
Okay. You know what? So that's a time objection, right? Hey, so you're really busy. I'm really busy too. That's where you find the wiggle room. Well, what days do you work during the week? Do you have a day off? Do you work nights or days? I work nights. Okay, so days better? Or, I'm busy all week. Great, I don't need all week, I just need 30 minutes. It's a line that I like to use. But just create a sense of urgency to me. Does that make sense, you guys?